Hey there, I'm Han.
And I'm Kat, and we're BrewsandReviews.
So, we have been tagged in the Candy Tag by Cerise Audrey, and we'll link hers and the original tag down below. So, this is, it's quite a short and sweet one, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
we were going with short and sweet.
Yeah.
Like, we are very busy preparing for our Spring to It videothon. If you don't know what that is, we'll link that down below as well, because join us, please.
Yes.
It's very exciting. But yeah, short and sweet.
Yeah, and we just wanted to do something a little bit different, didn't we? I feel like we haven't done a tag in a while, so we thought we'd knock one out.
Yeah.
So we're just going to jump straight into it. We want it to be short and sweet, like we said. So, question 1, Lollipop. A book that took you a while to get into.
Alright then, I have one for this. 4th of July by James Patterson and Maxine Petro. Now, this book, I think it took me like a week and a half to read the first 100 pages. It was really dull. I it was too much about the main character's personal life rather than like crime thrillery aspects that I was kind of expecting going into the book, and then like later on it perked up and stuff, and I was glad I carried on reading it even though it wasn't great. But like the beginning bit, it just went on so slow. It was really boring, and it just took me ages because I wasn't like, I need to pick that up and finish it, I need to know what happens. It was just sort of, A
book that took me quite a long time to get through. Now, don't get me wrong, it only took me about 4 days, but, right, I was in a readathon. It was like last year when we were doing the biannual bibliothon and the booktubeathon together. And so this was a book that met some of the criteria, I suppose, for it. And it's Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Now, I'm a big fan of her writing. I like a lot of her books. So I thought, do you know what, this will be one that I really enjoy. I like the sound of it. It's a retelling of the Red Queen, how she became the Red Queen, and, what happened beforehand, I suppose. But I just didn't enjoy it. I was so bored by it. It was very slow. There was nothing that was like, wow. Lunar Chronicles blew me away. This, it was like, how can you go from the Lunar Chronicles to this? Like, I'm really sorry, Marissa Meyer, but come on now. Your standards are slipping because it just wasn't good. So because I had to read it, like, quickly to get through all my other books, I couldn't because I didn't enjoy it. So I was like, right, okay, I'll read it for the sake of reading it. I feel like if I didn't have to read it in that space of time, I would have DNF'd it.
Yeah.
I really would have.
Sadness.
I know, I'm so gutted about it. But, yeah, it took, well, I know it doesn't sound like it would have taken me a long time.
But during a readathon though, like
4
that's
days
out
is a
of your
long
7
time.
days.
Yes. So, and because of that, I didn't actually get to read all the books, did I?
No.
I think I missed one out. So, thanks. Question 2, Gummies. A story or character that stuck with you.
For this one, it seemed pretty simple to me. Percy Jackson. The book, the character, all of the above. I read Percy Jackson when I was quite a lot younger, and I loved it. I thought that the characters were so inventive and cool, and I really enjoyed them, and I loved, like, obviously I love Greek mythology. Anyone who knows me knows that I love Greek mythology. Oh look! A dog!
A doggo.
Can you get it? It's like an owl. Do you want it? He's like, yeah. Thanks. Wait, I don't want it. All over me. You get it all over you? Yeah, he's just got splash on my arm. I'm doing the pen that I've just seen on my arm. Don't know how that got there.
Okay, so, while Tyson finishes off my drink, back to Percy Jackson. Now, I absolutely adore Greek mythology, so this was kind of perfect for me. And slow down.
Stop going.
There's not actually that much in there. I just loved it. I loved it back in the day, and I've recently started rereading these, and I love it all the same. It's so nostalgic for me as well, and it stuck with me. so much. Are you done? He's literally polished it right off. It's empty.
Nice.
He's such a weird dog.
He's like, yeah, I'll just look up the bits that I've just spat everywhere. So, mine is more of a character. And this is Newt from The Maze Runner, because he kind of melts my heart a little bit. He really, really does. And, like, we've recently watched, and I feel like we keep talking about it, but I'm just
really
so blown
good
away by
though.
it. We've recently watched the recent Maze Runner, what is it called? Death Cure.
Yeah.
In cinemas. And it was absolutely blooming fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. Newt didn't fail. He made me an emotional wreck, just as he did in the book.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I need to reread it, right? Because I know I can't really remember. I remember bits about it, but I can't remember fully. I can't remember if I enjoyed it or hated it. One thing I know is that I love Newt.
Yeah.
And he stuck with me throughout it all, and he is the reason I want to read it again.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, I'll read it for Newt. And I think that's good if you have a character like that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Newt was the standout character for me in this series as well. And, like, while I didn't really like the series, I like Newt.
Yeah, completely. He's just a bit of a sweetheart, and he's just so cute. He's just cute. Question 3, Cotton Candy. A short and sweet story.
I'm going to go with Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Now, this is a really short, like, contemporary. It's written in kind of unusual style. There are, like, little doodles and things like that, and it's written slightly unusually. And I like that. It was cute. It was, like, just nice. I enjoyed reading it, and I don't usually like contemporaries, so for me this is kind of a short, sweet, sort of makes me smile a bit.
Yeah, no, it did me. Like, I don't tend to read contemporaries either, but from that I would possibly pick up another in the hope that it would be like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to hold this book up and you're probably thinking, wow, that's a big book. But it's the Bane Chronicles, but it's actually little short, sweet stories compiled into one big book.
Yeah.
When they first came out, they were like individuals, and I read them all, you know, when they were released. But I absolutely loved them. They're all about Magnus Bane.
I mean, you can't
not
go
to
wrong.
love about Magnus Bane? You know, they're before the Mortal Instruments, they're during the Mortal Instruments, they're after the Mortal Instruments. I just love them. They just fill my heart with warmth, and just Malik, I ship you. Yes. 4, Candy Bar. A book with, a story with lots of layers.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the Black Magician trilogy by Trudy Carnarvon. Without going into too many spoilers, there are a lot of layers to the knowledge that people have in this book. You go, like, the reader goes along with the main character in uncovering a lot of this knowledge. Like, you start off with Sonia, who is a sort of slum girl who doesn't know anything about the magicians except that she doesn't like them and she's only heard bad things about them. And then you progress into learning that magicians aren't all bad, and then there are other layers of, is it right to use magic this way, and then why it can be right to use magic this way, and it's very interesting. And I think the layers build on each other so much that it becomes such a detailed world, and I really loved it.
It's a similar reason, really, for why I've chosen the Lunar Chronicles. You know, this story follows, in each one it follows, the main character is a different person. You know, this one is Cinder, which is a representation of Cinderella. And I love this whole series because all of the different people and their storylines all interlink somehow, and it's from that you find your way through the story. And, you know, you'll be reading it and be like, oh, but I know where that can come into it, you know, that can come into it there, and that could be why that's happening, and I love it when that happens. It's like you're unveiling a clue, and it's like, yes, I love it! Number 5, Mints. A fresh or new book that you've been looking forward to.
Warcross by Marie Lu. I don't know anything about this book except that it's kind of a virtual type world.
Yeah.
Basically, we just finished reading the Legend trilogy by Marie Lu. I pointed over there because it's over here on the shelf. I'm not just like vaguely gesturing at Hannah like, Legend trilogy.
It's because I'm a legend. offs.
So I don't really know very much about this book, but I am super excited to read it. Like, I really love Marie Lu's writing style. It's sort of captured me, and I can't wait to see what she does in Warcrest.
Do you know what I'm excited for about that book?
What?
When we were doing we did it with a buddy read with Mr. Date with a book, there was a part in the Legend trilogy that we really liked. It was when they went to a country, and it was just Antarctica, and it was really interesting, some of the technology and everything they had there, and how I suppose they lived their lives. And we were like, wow, imagine if that was here. It's like a point system for everything you do, you know. Maybe you flush a toilet, it's like 5 points to Hannah, yay! You know, kind of like
Cleanliness, woohoo!
Yeah. And like, you know, you go up the ranks and stuff. And Faye was like, it's kind of like what's in Warcraft, you know, that kind of feeling of in which, you know, I'm game for that.
Exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I have chosen Renegades by Marissa Mayer. I don't really know much about this book, apart from I am a huge fan of the author, and I know it's kind of about superhero-y kind of thing. Yes, superheroes. I'm down for that. It sounds really cool, basically, and I know it's a big, hefty book, but
It's a big floppy book, isn't it?
yeah, I mean, at least when I read it, it'll just open. I say that, and it's not open.
And it's like, no, I don't want to open.
Will open when I'm halfway through it. Okay. Question 6. What is your favourite candy, and what book, story, character would you compare it to?
Okay, so being a vegetarian, I can't really eat a lot of candy because, sadness, there is a lot of gelatin in sweets. That's just how they're made. So, my actual favourite candy is M&S's vegetarian version of Percy Pigs. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had those, but they are fucking awesome.
Do you know what? They're delicious.
It's like
so good.
You eat one and you're like,
Yeah.
and then the whole packet's gone, and then
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to us, wasn't it? One night?
yeah, we were like, where are they gone? All gone. So, I'm not going to suggest a book that has pigs in it because I don't know, I don't have any of those.
That'd be weird.
It would be weird. So, the book that I'm going to suggest is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell because it is very sweet and there are some very cute little things that happen in it, but also it has that kind of unexpected like thing about it where like you've got the anxiety of Kath and you've got how she deals with her new situation, and like that's the unexpected surprise, no gelatin of the vegetarian Percy Pigs. Okay, this question was really hard, so to like, so sue me.
Okay, so the sweets that I'm going to choose, because, I mean, I call them sweets.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I see candy as, you know, like them sweet necklaces?
Yeah.
And bracelets. That's candy to me.
Yeah.
But everything else is sweets.
Mm.
So, I've just shown you my book. But the book I've chosen is An Ember in the Ashes, and the sweet that I'm comparing it to is fruit pastels. Now, I love fruit pastels, like I'm obsessed with them, just as I'm obsessed with this book. You know, fruit pastels are sugary, but they're gooey and sweet, and they're a bit gritty around the edge, which I think just sums this book up, you know. There's such a gritty storyline, shit goes down in it, yet the characters, no matter what they go through, I mean, it's kind of deep, some of it is,
really
it's heavy,
like dark.
but the characters are just warm, and they're soft, and they just make you happy, and that's what fruit pastels are to me. You know, they might hurt my tongue a little bit sometimes when I suck them, but when you get to the gooey middle, that's all what it's about. So that's it for the tag. It was really short and simple. And if you would like to do it, we're not going to tag anyone, you know. I can't do it every time. I think about it and then it's like I can't say it. It's specific.
There you go.
I always want to go specific.
Yeah, specific. Yeah, we're not going to tag anyone specific.
But
while we're there, can we say prodigy?
Prodigy.
Yeah, tag a specific prodigy.
Yeah. Tag a specific... No, I said it right! See? How come when I want to say it wrong, I say it right? When I want to say it right, I say it wrong?
I don't know. Random.
What's the other one? Prodigy?
Yeah, it's prodigy.
Prodigy.
I know, it just sounds wrong.
It does.
Sorry, we can't do it.
No. Anyway, we're not going to tag anyone specific. No, that was specific.
Right. We're not going to tag anyone, okay? We're not going to tag anyone.
If you want to do it, please go ahead and do it. It was quite a fun tag to do, and we'd love to see your answers. So, just go ahead and do that, please.
So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next video.
See you later.
Bye.